And it does look like Steam is working. I don't know what's going to happen with YouTube, but we're just going to let that be its own thing. All right. Sorry for the delays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to play some Aeon's End. If you're just joining us for the first time, as I mentioned up front before I had to do all that technical mumbo-jumbo, Aeon's End is a deck-building game where you control a group of mages, 1 to 4. You're trying to take on this monster that has come through the breach, which are these sort of portals, and you use your supply to make that happen. I think we're just going to go with exactly the supply that we got. I'm just going to take what I got here, and we're going to play a 3-player game because we haven't done that yet, or I should say a 3-mage game because we haven't done that yet, and we'll do it against Rageborn so that it's a little bit more straightforward on that side of things. But we are just going to take the market that they gave us. So in this game, you've got your gems, which is how you build up your currency to buy new cards. You've got spells, which are how you deal damage and, potentially do other things. And then you've got relics, which give special effects and sort of happen right as you play them. The difference between that and like a spell is that a relic, you play it and it does a thing, whereas a spell, you have to prep it to a breach. You can think of the breaches as the batteries that power your spell. Cool thing about Aeon's End, there is no shuffling of the deck. I mean, there are effects that can sometimes shuffle your deck, but in general, you play through your deck, and then you just flip it over again. So you can actually plan out several turns in advance if you know what you're doing. The way that randomness pops up in this game is in the turn order. So if you look at the top of the screen, you can see that there are these sort of ovals here, and those are... that's the turn order deck, which gets shuffled. When we're playing a 3-player game, as we are here... each mage gets 1 turn, the nemesis gets 2 turns, and then there's a wild card where we get to pick which mage gets to go again in any given round. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So we'll play all of our gems, which gives us 4 ether here, which we can use to we can use it to open up one of these breaches, we can use it to buy some things. Let's go over what these cards are. We've got Bristwood Amber, which when you gain it, you get to place it on top of your deck instead of in your trash. And it's, 2 ether versus 1. We've got the Glass Core. Gain 2 ether. You may lose 1 durability to gain an additional 1 ether. When this has 0 durability to destroy it. That's what you can see, this chain up in the corner here. So you basically get to use this 3 times. Well, actually, excuse me. You get to use its extra ability 3 times. If you don't use it, you can use it as many times as you want. And then we've got the Clouded Sapphire here, which is 3 ether and a charge for your ability. Each character has their own ability that they can charge up here. So Brink Siphon here for Brahma. Any player gains 4 life. Adelheim here has got the Ethereal Ward. When a Nemesis attack or power card is drawn, but before it is resolved, you may discard it and it has no effect. And then Mist over here, any ally draws 4 cards. So let's see. Oh, and we were going over the rest of the market here. So Bottle Vortex, destroy this. Destroy up to 2 cards in your hand or discard pile. Good way to call out some of your early low-cost cards. Focusing Orb, focus any player's breach or destroy this and Gravehold gains 3 life. So what is Gravehold? Well, so you're fighting the Nemesis, and you can see the Nemesis health over here. If you get the Nemesis down to 0 health, you win. Or if you go through their entire deck and then destroy any Nemesis and there's none of their cards in play, they realize they can't win and they turn around and run home. But aside from just your players dying, there's another way to lose as well, and that is for Gravehold to come down to 0 HP. That's what this 30 is here. So you got to protect Gravehold, deal damage, destroy the Nemesis, and hopefully save the world for another day. This is in the far future when humanity has sort of holed up in this one last city. Kind of like Zion in the Matrix, kind of a little bit, but with more magic. All right, so we've got 4 here. Let's go ahead. And then, yeah, each of these have either 7 or 6, I believe. Or 5 in their supplies. So let's see. What do we want to do with Brahma? She's the healer. I don't think we're going to open that because we can do that next turn, not round. But with 4, I think let's go ahead and get her this Ignite. We can start dealing some damage while also helping to charge up our allies. Okay, so Adelheim has this Amethyst Shard. Gain 1 ether. Any ally may draw a card and then discard a card in hand. Generally speaking, there's no good reason not to do this. Unless you've already sort of planned out your hands as they're coming up. But I'm actually going to skip that for now. We're going to open up the second breach so that we can park these sparks. So these will each deal 1 damage next turn when I'm able to use them, if I choose to use them. But since I prepped them into open breaches, I actually don't have to use them. If you just focus a breach, breaches take 4 turns to focus. You can still prep something in a focus breach, but then you have to cast it in the next round. All right, who Let's see. Miss is, if we do this, Miss will get 2 turns in a row, which could be good. So we'll do that. We'll let Miss take 2 turns in a row. Yeah, so her unique is the Garnet Charge. She gains 1 ether, or she can cast any player's prepped spell. I think we're just going to take the ether. And then I think we'll let her... should we grab the... Focus any player's breach or destroy this Gary Fold gains 3 life, or... Yeah, you know what? Let's just start getting some power up, and then we can start worrying about economy on the next round. We may have her worry about economy this turn, actually. Okay, so Rageborn has struck. Gravehold suffers 5 damage. And so even though technically it might be useful to park these sparks, since I have 2 in my hand and I'm not really going to have any way to use them otherwise, I'll go ahead and cast those so that I have room to prep these for the next round. Once again, we're going to use these to try and take out this minion up here. This is a Provoker. Play all of our things. We get 5. What do I want to do for 5? Yeah, I think I'm going to grab this Glass Core so that Adelheim can start buying some things. Alright, we're easily going to take out that Provoker because we have enough damage on the table. Let's just help get Brahma set up. So we'll use this to hit here. That's going to give us 1 ether. Can open up her second breach and prep these spells. These sparks, get them out of the way. And yeah, we'll use 1 of them to take out that Provoker. And I'm actually going to leave this spark. Since they are so sort of low quality, kind of, they're your starting cards, you don't necessarily need them. So leaving them prepped and then getting them out of your rotation can actually be very helpful. So we're going to do that. I think I'm actually going to grab this Focusing Orb for her, so she can be the healer, not only for people, but also for Gravehold if need be. Alright, Unrelenting Ire comes out, so this is an attack. So we're unleashing. So what does that mean, unleashing? Every time, so when Rageborn unleashes, Rageborn gains 1 Fury token, and you can see this Fury here. When the Fury reaches 4, yeah, so here, like, when Rageborn strikes, add the following happens, the Rageborn loses 3 Fury tokens and strikes. So it's just, you know, you got to be careful is the long and the short of it. You got to keep an eye on how many Fury tokens are getting. All right, I'm just going to keep using these to try and take them out. This is the Haze Spewer, right? Yeah. So this is Gravehold suffers damage equal to its life. You usually want it to be at least down to like something so that it's not hitting Gravehold for a ton. And if you can clear it out completely, that's a bonus. So we'll prep this up here. Let's play this. Do I want to cast that? Actually, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and cast that, and that'll finish off the Haze Spewer. And it'll let me start helping Adelheim get charged, which I think is a good plan here. And I think she didn't buy another gem yet, right? So we'll grab a Verswood Amber for her so that that'll be a bonus for next round. All right. So I'm going to, because I want to have room to prep to put both of those, I'm actually going to go ahead and just use both of these. Who wants to, let's just keep giving Adelheim a charge. His ability is really fantastic, which is that if a power or an attack come out, you get to see what it is and decide if you want to discard it, which is fantastic. So the faster we can get him charged up, the better. Yeah, so let's play these. And I think with 3, I'm going to go ahead and grab her one of these Bottled Vortices so that she can start calling out some of her lower quality spells. All right, nobody has anything prepped, so it might, but we don't have anything good to prep anyway. So what would I buy? Let's see. Miss could get 5, which means she could get another one of those. Actually, I really need to get to 6 because I want to get that that whip, the Wildfire Whip, or 6 to get the better Clouded Sapphire going. I guess we'll just let Brahma take this turn. So she'll get 1. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to do this, even though it's probably not the best strategy. All right, so should we heal Gravehold early? I feel like now is probably the time to be opening some of these breaches. Let's focus 1 for Adelheim. Actually, you know what? Miss is probably going to be a better choice to have more open eventually because she has the ability. Well, I guess she can let allies draw cards too. Oh, it's only allies can draw cards. That's right. I forgot I played her solo yesterday, and I forgot that you're your own ally when you're playing solo. Okay, so that's fine. I have 5. I already grabbed her one of those vortices. So what about... Yeah, I guess we'll just keep letting her charge her friends up. Not a lot of really terrific spells, unfortunately. Alright, so this is a power. In 3 turns, the player with the most prep spells suffers 2 damage for each of their prepped spells. So, and it doesn't seem to be any way to get rid of it. It doesn't have a 2 discard action, so... does Brown want to draw? Does Mist want to draw? Yeah, you know what? We'll just let Mist draw and then discard it just to get it out of the way. Whoops. These. And he has 3. Honestly, I think at this point he needs to start getting more things, so I can grab this 3-cost spell, the Phoenix Flame. It's not a bad spell. It does 2, and then you can lose a charge to deal an additional 2, which isn't terrible. You know, Adelheim generally is probably going to not be getting rid of his charges. All right, unleash twice, and any player gains 2 charges, or Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Gravehold kind of already took a third of its damage, so I think even though this is going to strike, we at least get 2 charges out of it. So I'm going to let Adelheim get those, and any player suffers 4 damage. We'll let Brahma take it, and then she can self-heal in a little bit. All right, yes, play all the gems. Sorry, I just want to double-check that I don't need to be chatting. Okay. Oh, yeah, where's my multi-chat? Hey, everybody! Sorry, I didn't realize that there were people joining in on the chats. I do appreciate everybody stopping by. Sorry for the snafu earlier not having it work, but it seems to be working now, so that's good. All right, so once again, she has 5. I really need to get her to a point where she can get 6 in a turn. Should I just go ahead and buy another... Gristwood Amber, what does she have in terms of spells? She just has the 1 bonus spell. Yeah, let's grab her another spell and a charge. Yeah, we'll let her take this turn, because then she'll get to go again this round. We'll cast this to get it out of the way. We'll just gain the ether for this. Prep these. And with 3, I think this might now be a good time for her to get the Vortex. This way she can start calling out some of those sparks and start replacing them with some better spells. Yeah, we'll do this, and we'll let Adelheim get charged up. So Adelheim is now ready to go. So that's awesome. That. Prep these. 4. I should probably, let's grab her one of those glass cores. Now we should be able to finally get her to a 6 where she can either get the better, this Clouded Sapphire or the Wildfire Whip. All right, this one is 2 discard, spend 6, which, yeah, Adelheim could do that without having to waste his charges. So I think we're going to skip this. And he actually doesn't have anything that he needs to put in play, so I'm just going to leave those sparks because we don't have any minions we need to go after right now. So we'll finish casting. Let's play the 4, 5, 6, and I will preserve the durability because I don't need the 1 extra, and we will discard that. Fantastic. All right, so Brahma. Ooh. In your hand or discard pile. Yeah, I kind of wish that was coming up a little bit later, but that's fine. So we'll prep that, and we'll get rid of one of these sparks and one of these crystals. Oh, good, and then we draw 1. That's excellent. So that means that I can at least get a charge out of this turn, so that's good. We'll play the gems, give her a charge. She's going to need to start healing herself up, too, so that's probably going to be useful. Power prep spells suffers 2 damage for each of their prep spells. So it's going to be either Mist or Adelheim. I don't know that it matters. We'll just let Mist take it. All right, so Banesire. If we don't take care of Banesire, it's going to unleash every turn. So we got to make sure that we do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the Banesire with this. And Yeah, in order to have room for all of these things, I'm going to focus her Breach 4, which will let me put this, which I'm definitely going to cast. And then put these up here. There's just the one, unfortunately. Ugh, that was not terrific. We need to take out that cauterizer. The problem with the cauterizer is it can really only take 1 damage at a time. Yikes. All right, so we're all down to 6 now, thanks to that strike. And we have a ton of minions in play. So I'm going to, first off, I'm going to use these to hit this cauterizer, because we really want that to get out of the way. We'll prep that Phoenix Flame. Would misdraw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There isn't anything for 5, but she's going to draw that, which is going to be a 6. So we're not going to have Brahma draw. Could Mist draw it? I guess we could just have Mist start culling. Ooh, yeah, actually, I'm definitely going to do that. We'll let Mist go. Yeah, this will be perfect. This way we'll be able to call out both of those sparks, because she's got 1 prepped, which means once we use it, it's going to go into the trash. And then we've got, oh, there's actually already 2 in the trash. So that's fine. We're going to have, that'll work out just fine. All right, and now we have 4. What is his? Yeah, he still doesn't have any better ones than that, so we'll grab him this 4-cost spell. Get rid of the cauterizer finally. See, this one, I think we're going to have to go after this, because the Banesire is unleashing, which is not great, but the Needle Maw is hitting Gravehold, and Gravehold is already in a bad way. So we can do this, and I actually will go ahead and lose that to do 4 damage instead of 2. Let's play this, and we can take out these 2 sparks. Excellent. It might... She's going to do 4, and it's only going to be 5. I think it might be worth it to actually cast one of these prep spells. What's the one that's going to do the most damage? Oh, actually, yeah, I can use... we'll cast the prep spell. We'll actually use this again, and I will go through another charge again. And so now that one's down to 3, which is excellent. And she has one of that 4-cost spell. Yeah, let's maybe grab her one of these focusing orbs as well, right? So that'll help focus, but then also help heal Gravehold, which I think we're going to be needing sooner rather than later. Ugh. Make sure I'm still in my little cutout here while also sitting comfortably. I think we're going to probably let Brahma take this turn because she has the most damage on the board. So this is going to do 1 and 1 and 2. So we'll do that. And we might as well just Banesire for 1. So that'll take us up to 6, which means she can either grab this Clouded Sapphire or... she's probably okay on spells for the moment. So let's grab the Sapphire, and then hopefully we'll start to be able to start building up her charges even faster, which would be good. All right, what do we get here? This is an Invoke Carnage. To discard, spend 7 Ether. Power 2, Unleash. Reload. Power 2, Unleash. So in 2 turns, it's going to Unleash. And then any player suffers 1 damage. That player suffers 1 additional damage for each Fury token Rageborn has. So I guess the question is, are we going to be able to, before they go 2 more times, so like over the course of the rest of this round, are we going to be able to get somebody with 7 Ether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Adelheim again could do this. It'll sort of keep him in stasis for a moment. Looks like Mist might be able to do it too. So we'll skip this ability. And let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, and then if I take that 1, it'll be 7, and then I can pay to get rid of that. I didn't even have to use my ability. Does that seem like the way that we should do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, see, Mist could do it too. And I feel like she might be in a better current position. Well... yeah, I'm going to end up without a place to put a 3rd spell. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. Ugh, here comes the Pulverizing Ray. We're in a good... oh, you know what, though? Maybe I'll just use... Let's see. There's still 15 cards left, and the Nemesis still has 61 health. I could use that, but again, like, there is no way to discard this otherwise. So it's either just going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I already have 7. I guess the bigger question is, how quickly could I charge up Adelheim if we waste it on this? You know what? I think we're just going to skip. I think we'll be fine. All right, we can prep that. What does she have coming up next? All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll preserve the durability because all I really want with this is this Wildfire Whip, which is wall prep. During your main phase, you may spend 2 ether to cast any player's prep spell, and then it's just deal 4 damage. So it's on the balance a really good spell either way you choose to use it. So, all right, so we can discard these. All right, who do we want to take a turn? Adelheim and Mist have already taken a turn, so if Brahma takes this, she'll go twice in a row. Oh, which could be good. Oh, I guess... yeah, that's fine. We'll let Brahma do this. All right, so first things first, we're going to do this, and we're going to focus up her breach so that she can actually prep all 3 of these. So we'll prep that, that, and that. I guess there's no real reason to play that gem, but yeah, 6 one, half dozen the other. So we'll just leave that at that. And now she's going to get to go again, which means we can one-shot this guy. Boom. That's going to give Mist a charge. We'll hit this again, which will give Mist another charge, and then we'll hit this again, which will also give her an ether. So let's prep that. Play all the things. All right, so they're all almost charged up. It's probably worth it for me to start charging her up so that she can start healing some people. So let's do that. Only need her to have 1 more charge for that to be a thing. All right, so let's see. We should have enough to take care of this. We'll sort of put ourselves on pause, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 5. And one last one. Yeah, that's fine. Scorn! All right. So let's once again, I think we'll let Mist take this turn. Just because she can do the most damage. So we'll let her hit that, which will then heal up, fill up Brahma's ability so she can start healing up her teammates. Let's go ahead and focus her breach. I think, is he the only one that doesn't have a focusing orb yet? Probably. Gravehold suffers 3 damage or unleash twice. That's going to kick us over the 4. I think we'll let Gravehold take this damage, and then we'll just have to plan on using it. All right, what do we have here? So this is 2 discard, lose 4 charges, or power 2, unleash 4 times. So we don't actually need to do this, because technically we can use... yeah, I think, again, we're going to keep this for now, because I think we really want him to be ready for one of, like, the really bad cards. So... let's just keep that planning. So we will skip the ability. Yeah, this does 2, so we might as well do it. It's that Scorn. Prep this. She does not need another... oh, I guess... yeah, we're going to destroy this and heal up Gravehold. And let's discard Bloodcry. Excellent. Alright, so he does not have room for all of these, which is a bummer. We need to start helping him do that. But we're not going to get enough to buy this now, so what would they draw? So you draw that. Yeah, so let's play that. We'll let Miss draw that Bristwood Amber and discard a crystal. And that's good, because now she gets to do this. So let's hit... we will lose it to get 4, and then hit for 1. Boom. Minion dead. Okay, so let's play this and this and this, and then let's decide what we want to do. So this is interesting. So the Consuming Void, destroy up to 2 cards in hand, deal 3 damage for each card destroyed this way. It's powerful, but at the cost of cards in your hand, which I've already started culling a bit. So I tend to shy away from that. I probably should play it more often just so I get better at playing it. But yeah, so let's open this so that we can get the +1 damage. We'll just play this. We'll preserve the durability and just take a charge. Back to Adelheim. Yeah, this is where we get into that same thing I was discussing last stream yesterday, which is like, should we keep these prepped in case a big minion comes out that we want to be able to one-shot or, you know, take out very quickly, or should we try to focus on the Nemesis? I find that with Rageborn, the Nemesis is one that you can focus on pretty effectively early. But since this gives charges, I think we're going to let that charges. Because, again, we still really want to charge up Brahma so that she can start healing everybody. So let's, yeah, we'll prep this. 1, 2. And yeah, there's no reason to go over 4. So I guess we'll preserve the durability. Maybe we'll grab him another one of those, honestly. Because I really want to get him to the point where he can buy that 6-cost spell. And it seems like it's being tricky for me to do that. So let's put those together, and that should give us the ability to do it pretty effectively. All right. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. We're going to leave that prepped, and then we're just going to prep these other 2. Because this is going to give her that, and anyway, it's basically a waste of a charge to do that. So let's play these. We got 5. We'll do 1, 2 charges. All right, what do we got here? Awaken. Unleash twice, and Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Or place the most recently discarded minion back in in the Nemesis discard pile back into play. So we can get rid of this. The last baddie was the Scorn, which we took out pretty quickly. Yeah, if we were playing a one-player game, I'd probably use it, but I don't actually know that we need to. I feel like if we bring Scorn back out, Scorn is going to hit Gravehold, but we still have the ability to... Yeah, we're going to skip it. We're going to put Scorn back into play. Alright, so we can deal this for 4 damage. Yeah, this can be triggered in any... It's only during... Oh, yeah, an ally draws 4 cards. Alright, so... Oh, that's the way to do it. Let's do that for... Yeah, she doesn't even have 4 cards to draw. So let's use this, and we'll let Adelheim draw, and then he'll just have a super crazy turn next turn. We'll prep that. She doesn't have a charge, but she can. So let's do this. We'll take a charge, then we'll use this to cast a prepped spell, and we'll use Adelheim's, and we'll use the charge, and there we go. Scorn dead just as fast as the last time. And I'll play that just to get it out of the way. Wild card! Let's see here. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have Brahma take a turn and then just sort of unload on the Nemesis and then help charge up her friend. So I think that's what we're going to do. So that'll give us 1 ether. That'll give us some charges floating around. Prep that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 5. Let's definitely do this. And then just keep growing her charges to heal everybody else up. Unleash twice. Any player suffers 2 damage. All right, so it's the beginning of the round, which means that there is the chance for the Nemesis to go twice in a row. And again, this doesn't feel quite as bad as some of the worst cards could be. So, you know, Unleashing, which is going to bring on a strike, so that's fine. But then if any player also suffers 2 damage as well, Yeah, I mean, the calculus here is, do we think that this is going to deal more damage now than whatever the next thing is going to do if I'm not able to get him charged up fast enough? So I think we're once again going to skip the ability. We'll let Brahma take the 2 damage. The strike is going to happen, and then with the lowest life suffers 2 damage, so it's going to be either one of these. We'll let Mist do it, because we're gonna get Brahma charged up. I think that's part of the plan here. Yeah, we'll let Adelheim take his crazy good turn now. So let's... Should I keep that in there? Because I might be able to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, potentially 9. Which means I could go ahead and just flat out open Breach 3. After all that talk about how I wanted him to buy that 6-cost spell. Maybe that's what we'll do. What we'll do is we will focus Breach 3, and then we'll buy that 6-cost spell. So, yeah, we're going to finish casting. We're going to play all the gems. We are going to get the extra 1. Does Brahma want to draw? Yes, Brahma wants to draw. Alright, so that's 9. We're going to buy the 6-cost spell, focus Breach 3, put that in there, and prep that there. I think that puts us in a pretty good position. We've got plenty of damage on the table if something big comes out for a round. And then he's getting prepped for some bigger spells coming up, so that's good. Yes, this can hit just to give Brahma some more charge. I don't know that she's going to need her 4th breach right away, so we can actually just go ahead and use this and heal up Gravehold for 3 again. If we do this, this will give us 4, which would mean she could buy another one of those. Is there only one left? Yeah, there's only one left in the supply. Or I guess she could buy another Gravehold healer. That might not be a terrible idea. And in fact, yeah, because then she can use it to help open up Adelheim's, because you can focus any player's breach. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to take this, we'll get the extra ether, we'll play that, and we'll grab one of these. Brahma! Alright, she needs room for 3, so I am going to go ahead and cast this for 2. Let's play our gems. We can put this in there, and there, and there. And we'll grab her 2 charges. Alright, so we are going to get a minimum of 2, potentially as many as 4 Nemesis turns in a row. So this is why I am very glad that he still has his charge here. Or his ability, I should say. Let's go ahead and ignite, since I have to. And we'll let Brahma gain that charge so that she can heal us up on the next round, which is probably going to be necessary. Yeah, we'll get rid of these so that we've got room for the other things. So, I don't think... So now with this prepped here, I can spend ether to cast... Is it once per turn? While prepped, during your main phase, you may spend 2 to cast any... So yeah, so technically, if I take this and I preserve the durability, I could cast 2 spells, but I think, again, we had sort of talked about how we wanted to keep that in place so that if a big minion comes out, we have the ability to take care of business. So what if we took this to 5? So we'll gain the 1. That's down. So we can only do that 1 more time here. Let's focus. Should I focus? Actually, yeah, if I'm only going to focus, I guess I didn't need to do that. I was thinking there was a 2-cost spell out there, but there isn't. Or, excuse me, gem. So instead, we'll just do this. We'll keep it at 4. Preserve durability, and we'll just focus each 4. Alright, Venomite. Not too bad. We can handle the Venomite. Mist suffers 2 damage or discard a prep spell that costs 3 or more, because it's hitting the lowest. Yeah, we're going to let this take this. Unleash twice. Yeah, now this is what I was talking about. Obliterate. Unleash twice. The player with the most open breaches destroys 4 cards in hand or suffers 4 damage. Yeah, I think that's worth not doing. It's because it's going to have to be... You know what? Hang on, though. Well, it's gonna trigger a strike, which is not good, and it could potentially be fatal for Mist. But Brahma would not have any problem destroying all of those gems. Or crystals, I should say. Yeah, migrant PC is what's what. Yeah, I was gonna catch up with you. I just had to pay attention. So yeah, I think maybe we will skip the ability here. I mean, the strike could be bad, but I think it's, you know, maybe on balance it's gonna be better. So yeah, so Brahma has the most open breaches, so we're gonna let her destroy a bunch of these crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what kind of strike are we gonna get? Player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage. Well, we made the gamble, and it is what it is. All right, so Mist has been knocked out. But remember, in this game, when you're knocked out, you're just, oh, so tired. You're not actually dead. So what happens is she loses all her charges. Now, any damage dealt against her goes against Gravehold instead, but at twice the damage. And we have to lose a breach. So we'll just destroy this breach 1. And you can see she's all grayed out because she's so sad and tired. All right. Adelheim suffers 2 damage or discard a prep spell that costs 3 or more. He can take the 2 damage. That's fine. And there's a jagged one. Okay, so this is exactly what I was talking about. Now we've got these 2 big minions here that we don't, neither one of them would we really want to have in play for very long. So let's see if we can't wipe them out as fast as possible. Mist has the ability to prep a really good spell if we let her go twice this round. Adelheim doesn't have any spells to prep. Neither does Brahma. So I think we're going to let Mist take 2 turns. She doesn't have any charges, though, which is a bummer because that would be helpful to have this. So, yeah, I guess we'll just... what does this do? This hits... Yeah, this is the more important one. The unleashes are also... Well, it's 2 unleashes at a time, so it's going to trigger a strike either way. So they're both bad is the long and the short of it. I could definitely take at least one of them out here. Yeah, if I spend the 2 to cast this, that's gone. So that's good. But I guess the question is, do I want to... I could cast a bunch of spells right now. Like, I can cast that 4 with this, and then I can spend 2 to cast this and 2 to cast this. Oh, I forget that you can't see my mouse. All right, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to play her gem, and I'm going to use it to cast any prepped spell. I will cast this against the 14. And then I will cast this against what is now the 10. That'll actually give her a charge. Oh, if only that had happened before. And then I'm going to use the last 2 to take out, what was that, the Venomite, I think? So that's good. All right, and Mist gets to go again. We'll prep this. Yeah, I'm actually going to go back to using these focusing orbs because she needs that now because she lost one of her breaches. All right, what can I get for 3? Should I get another Phoenix Flame? I don't know that that's necessary. She's doing pretty solid. I guess I could... Yeah, her only really good gem, she's got the Glass Core and the Verswood Amber. But the rest is all small ones. I guess I could get another Verswood Amber. That's like having more Jades. Then she's only going to draw... Well, that's the thing about the Verswood Amber. I believe if you buy one of these, you can actually discard it or put it there. It doesn't actually matter. Yeah, but she won't be able to prep all 3 is the problem. Because we won't be open all the way. Or I guess it would be with the right amount of gems. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to focus this, and then we'll open it next turn, and then we'll have room for 3. Alright, so we'll hit that for 1. Hit it for 2. Alright, so unfortunately you can't heal somebody who's been exhausted, so we'll just use this to heal up Adelheim. And now we're there. She's down to 0 charges, so we'll use that to charge her up. Ooh, yes, I'm definitely gonna do this. So I'm gonna use this Phoenix Flame to deal 2, and then lose a charge to deal 2 more. But that's no problem because I clearly have enough economy in hand that I can go ahead and get myself right back to where I need to be. So let's see. Does Mist want to draw the Verswood Amber and discard a crystal? Probably. Brahma could draw. She already has 3, but it's a better one. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. We'll let Brahma draw this and then discard the Spark. And then we've got 1, 2, at least 3, 4. I could go up to 5. Again, there isn't anything that's worth exactly 5, so there's probably no reason not to. There's no reason to not preserve the durability here. So we'll do that, and then I think he's the one that doesn't have one. So yeah, we'll let him grab one of the focusing orbs, which will hopefully put us in a really good position to keep opening him up, but then also wailing on all the bad things that we need to kill as fast as possible. We'll discard this first, then this, then those. Unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. All right, so this is another one of those scenarios. We are going to get a strike from unleashing twice, and Gravehold is going to suffer damage. But you know what? I think we have to do this here. Because if it goes after the one with the lowest health, that's still going to be missed, which will then hit Gravehold for double, I think. I think I'm remembering that right. So we'll use this. Okay, good. So we got Doom Aegis, which is something that we can spend our way out of, so that should work out okay. Charge ability, never use it. There you go, I used it. I'm always just trying to figure out what the best way to do the thing is. And I don't have you whispering in my ear asking me, what did you do? Okay, so yeah, we'll play this. So that's 4. Who do we want to give a charge to? Definitely Adelheim. And yeah, her deck is like super anemic now. And now there's a gross power. Yeah, but that's true. We actually don't have anybody who has the ability to buy our way out of it. So hopefully that won't come too soon. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. I feel like she should just buy another one of these just so that she's got it. Because then you have it. Just make sure Mist doesn't have the most charges. Oh, yeah. Good thinking. Okay. We'll definitely do this. And let Brahma get this charge. And our master plan was to play this, preserve the durability, play this, then open this, so now we have room for all 3. And so we have done that. Big money, no whammies. Wild card. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like Brahma can probably do it, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So we'll let Brahma take this turn. And yeah. This is the problem, is I ended up getting powers or spells that I really want to use, so I tend not to leave them parked because there's just so much good stuff to do with them. All right, so let's play all the gems. We'll continue to let Adelheim get charged up. I don't think I actually... Yes, I think if I'm doing my math right, I want to do it this way. Yes, that is precisely correct. Because this way now, I can buy my way out of this and still have 2 for a charge. Good, good, good. Discard. Spend 8. And then what is the option here? Rageborn strikes twice. All right, can we pull that off again before it goes again? I don't know that we're going to be able to. But it is what it is. Play these and get that so that we can be prepared for this. We can only do 2, which is going to screw that up. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then she's got 6 at the most. What's she have coming up? Like, so now the key is see if I can find someone who I can engineer having 8 in a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I guess maybe it's potential if we let Brahma go. I could buy a good gem. Yeah, actually, I could buy another one of... Yeah, let's let Brahma go. And hopefully... And we have 2 turns to get this done, so I think this is going to work. So let's do that. So that's 1, 2, 3 cards that are going to draw. So if I do 3 and a charge, another 3, gain 1. So that gets me to 6, which will allow me to buy 1, 2, 3. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, just kill Rageborn first. That's true. I probably could just do that. It's fine. I'm going on this fun little adventure here. So now, as long as I discard this first, when she draws, perfect. So as long as she gets to go before Rageborn goes twice, which is, you know, it may not happen, but it could. We'll let do that. 2/2. We'll preserve. Okay, so I can, again, I can cast 2 spells here for the cache that I have. And the 2 best ones would be this one. Yep. And probably this one. And then we can let this do the charge. Yeah. Well, this is perfect. So Brahma's gonna get to do the thing. Play all the gems. And boop. Bloop. Nice. All right, we are going to get 2 Rageborns in a row, but we're not going to lose. You know, again, up to 4 in a row, because that is certainly a thing that can happen. Yeah, it's not going to give me enough. If I cast this, it's still, Rageborn is still going to be around. But, I don't know. I guess it's worth it. Might as well. I don't think there's any particular reason why we would need that, so let's just heal up Gravehold a bit. And let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could let him draw 4 crystals, or we can let Brahma draw her entire deck, but it's on the balance better. That's fine. We'll let her do that. And we'll take a charge, and we'll discard. All right, Sunder. Gravehold suffers 4 damage, and the player with the lowest life suffers 4 damage, or shuffle all the Nemesis turn order cards into the turn order deck. I mean, the next thing is probably going to be worse. Whatever. Unleash twice. Any player destroys the top 3 cards of their deck and suffers 3 damage. Yeah, I would rather get rid of that one, I think. And then hopefully the next one isn't even worse. Ugh. Still not great. Alright. Any player places their discard pile on top of their deck, shuffles it, and then destroys the top 4 cards. Who has the biggest deck right now? Oh, wait a minute. Why, that's no problem at all. We will, hey, Licky Zero. What's up? Yeah, I'm seeing that, Migrant P. I'm literally just going like, wait a minute. Her discard pile on top of her deck? That's not a real thing. Why isn't it letting me choose her? Oh, it won't let me. Oh, no. Yeah, I think it is all mostly crystals. Yeah. We'll let Adelheim do it. I think Adelheim has the largest deck, so. Crystal. Ignite. Crystal. And Spark. All right. On the balance, not the worst that could have gone. Any player suffers 4 damage. Brahma can take this. All right. Mist. I mean, at this point, I don't think there's any reason to preserve the durability. I don't know that we're going to get anything better. Yeah, the YouTube icon tells me, yeah, it tells me where the chat is coming in from. I'm actually, so far, I'm really digging how Restream works. It's been working terrific. 1 or 2 snafus with Steam, but my gut tells me that that's more on the Steam end than it is on the Restream end. All right, who... If Brahma goes twice, she's going to be able to probably win. So we'll let that be a thing. We'll hit for this. And prep. Play all the things. 8 on 9. Why not? 11. So we can do this. Heal herself up. And yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's really anything worth doing here. So let's just, because I mean, we're only 3 away from killing Rageborn. And by that I mean we have killed Rageborn. Gravehold still stands for now. Good times. I think we're going to play one more, probably. Because why not? And I think we're going to do the same kind of a thing that I really dig once again, which is I'm going to play solo, I think. Did I play Phaedraxa? I don't remember if I played Phaedraxa when I tried solo. I'm going to try and solo... yeah, solo and Crooked Mask and Prince of Gluttons both are really, really tricky. Thanks, Hankride. Alright, we're going to try and solo Crooked Mask with Phaedraxa, but we are going to set ourselves up for success. So I think, once again... Oh, you haven't seen Crooked Mask yet. Okay, so yeah, Crooked Mask's mechanics are really interesting because they have this corruption mechanic where there's a corruption deck, and when you get corrupted, a card goes into your hand. A lot of times it will shuffle your deck. It doesn't always shuffle your deck, but a lot of times it will. So it kind of breaks that Aeon Zen thing of like, oh, I know exactly what's going to be coming next. So it can be a fun game. It can also be a very frustrating game. So we'll do that. Let's go ahead and set ourselves up for success here. I'm going to grab a jade and a diamond. I think I might just leave it at 2 gems, to be honest. Because I definitely want this to call out. Maybe I'm going to take that back. Let's instead do the Unstable Prism. And we'll do the Mage's Talisman. And then I think we'll go straight into spells from here. So we're definitely going to want the Spectral Echo. Yeah, see, Amplify Vision is interesting with her because she only has 3 breaches. So she has fewer places to put things, and you tend to open them up pretty quickly because you kind of have to. I will take my favorite 7-cost spell, which lets me run the table on diamond clusters. I think I'll probably grab this 5-cost spell as well. Because if I do end up buying a bunch of good gems, I can actually use those to power that. Yeah, Feral Lightning's not bad. And also, like, Planar Insight is good, but it's less powerful in Phaedraxa's hands because she can only ever have 3 open breaches. Yeah, but you know what? We'll take it anyway. We'll take one of those, and we'll take one of these. So what does that give us? We've got a 2 and a 4 gem, a 3 and a 5 relic, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a pretty balanced, at least in terms of cost, market. So I think we'll give that a try. All right, Phaedraxa against Crooked Mask solo. This can also be really... one of the reasons this is really hard solo is because, like, there's only one person to get corrupted, and it's me. So that can be really tricky. All right, Tourmaline Shard. Gain 1 ether. Any ally may suffer 1 damage and destroy a card in hand. I'm probably going to end up calling that card out pretty quickly because with only 10 health to play around with, it's going to be tricky very fast. So, yeah, let's grab... Definitely going to want to focus economy early with her. So let's grab the diamond. Unleash twice and any player gains 2 charges, or Gravehold suffers 4 damage. We're going to let Gravehold take the hit on this one because I want to avoid those issues as much as I possibly can. The corruptions. All right. All right, once again, have 4. Let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, and I didn't read off what her ability is. So her ability, Auspex Rune, prevent any damage the players or Gravehold would suffer during this turn. And it can be triggered on any turn. It can be triggered on your own turn, on the Nemesis turn, doesn't matter. All right, we're going to leave that Spark parked. just for the moment. So that's 6. Finish casting. I'm not going to take the damage. So that's 6. Do I want to go ahead and grab the diamonds now? Well, I did grab one additional... yeah, that's fine. So we'll grab... All right, I think my overall strategy is going to be more gems, and then hopefully that'll be enough. Then I'm going to buy the Unstable Prism, and then hopefully I'll start being able to call out the things, and that should give me enough to start then really spending on some super awesome spells. So that, I think, is going to be the plan. So let's grab another diamond, and we'll grab a jade. Try to keep the diamonds as close together as possible. Players collectively gain 2 corruptions and place them on top of their decks, and we focus the breach. So we'll focus that breach 4. This was an example I was talking about. So you'll notice that we didn't shuffle this time. That's why the top 2 are corruptions, because we can't know what they are, but we didn't actually shuffle the deck. When I believe it's when they unleash that they place it on top of their deck and then shuffle. So yeah, doesn't happen every time, but it does happen. Yeah. Corruptions. I can pay and focus breach 3, or I can ignite. Yeah, we're gonna get big purchase next round. Well, assuming the corruptions don't mess with us. Yeah, that's fine. We'll focus this so we can just get that out of the way for the moment. Now comes a Corruptor. So the Corruptor is whenever this minion suffers damage, the player who dealt the damage gets a corruption and places it on top of their deck. So this is the one that if you've ever watched John and I play before, this is the one that we want to one-shot because we really want this to just be gone. Click a corruption to resolve it. Now, the corruptions usually have a negative and a positive effect. So, like, you can see here, this one, Gravehold suffers 3 damage, but I gain 2 life. Oh, well, nothing, it's not going to help. Reckless Might, gain a relic from any relic supply pile and paste it on top of your deck. Suffer damage equal to half its cost, rounded up. And actually, I had been talking about getting that one. So, I can take either 2 or 3 damage. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the good one because I want to get her charged up as much as we can. Yeah, we have to cast this, so we'll do that, but we'll leave the other one. Finish casting, play gems. Oh, yeah, I didn't end up getting that, which is a bummer, but okay. So we have 5. I could open breach 2, but I don't have anything to put in it yet. Or I can go ahead and grab this Oblivion Swell. Yeah, let's do that. I want to get more. I really need more good stuff. So trying to keep the diamonds together if we can. Yeah, I mean, I'll gain a charge. Am I going to be able to get something that's going to deal damage? What does this do? You may gain 1, deal 2 damage. You may discard a gem if you do deal damage equal to its cost. So if I can get that played at the same turn that I have the diamond cluster, I can one-shot that. Right? That's full stop. Yeah, so that's fine. So we'll use this here. That'll give us a charge. So give us 2 more charges. And we'll play the things. Skip. Alright, so that gives us 5 again. Still not going to draw more than 1. So I guess the question is, do I want to open breach 2 or charge up? And this does what? It deals 1 damage to Gravehold. And you have to choose before you see what's going to be happening in a turn. So that can be a downside. Yeah. Alright, so that's 5, and then 6. Yeah, they're still not going to be together. Yep, let's just keep pulling it as far away as we can, and hopefully we'll get around to it. We're going to skip this ability. Hopefully it's not the one thing. Play with most crystals, description, blah, 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 blah. Player with the most crystals in hand discards all their crystals, suffers 3 damage, and gains a card from any supply pile that costs 4 or less. Yeah, I still don't have a Spectral Echo, so we'll grab one of those. We need to start culling some of these bad ones. Sure. Wrong choice. Alright, what is this? 2 turns to discard 2 cards in hand that cost 4 or more. Power 2, unleash twice, Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Alright, so this is going to be a tricky round. I'm going to have a diamond next turn, right? Ugh, I'm not going to have a diamond next turn, so I didn't do this right. Alright, so let's... if I prep this, I'll be able to get 1 ether, which will take us up to 6. So we can open this and prep. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Do that, grab 1, open, put this here, and I guess I could have done that better. Yeah, there's no reason to do it in that order. I can do, so I've already got... Let's get that out of that breach. Right, so open this. We can prep this here, then take 1 and put that over there. That's better. And, yeah, end turn. Okay. Unleash twice. Player with the most preps earlier already took this. So many things. All right. 2 discard. Discard 2 cards in hand that each cost 4 or more. So I can get rid of that, which is probably not a bad idea. Discard this first and that. Play these things. Skip. And... I already... Oh, yeah, right. I can't look at this. With 3... Yeah. Maybe get another... Spectral Echo? Yeah. Ugh, not a single spell. Yeah, this is a hefty deck. I need to start calling this out. Got 10. I have a bunch of good spells. I just haven't been able to really use them yet. So let's do 1, 2, and then that. That should put us in a pretty good spot. So 7, 6. These will stay together if I just discard them here. So that's good. All right, what do we got? Suffer 1 damage. Return any card that costs 0 to your in your discard pile to your hand. And suffer 1 damage. You may destroy a non-corruption card in hand. Destroy this. Fine. So we'll take the damage. Get rid of the spark. Take the damage. Grab that. And this can be where we focus this. Oh, this is going to be rough. Okay, so... Ugh, yeah, I can't even do that. All right, so we'll put this here, and then we can at least do this. Grab a charge. Discard the top 2 cards of the Nemesis deck for each Tier 3 Nemesis card. We don't think that we ended up having to worry about that. All right. You may discard a gem, and I don't have any gems that are worthwhile, so this is going to do 3. So at least we'll do half the damage. We have to take a corruption, but it is what it is. This can go ahead and hit that. We're not going to discard. 2, 2. All right, so either one of these will be able to take that out on the next turn. Oh, that's dumb. Don't do that. Let's keep that. Skip. And yeah, let's end turn. Alright, so this is going to suffer 2 damage. Place a gem from the least expensive gem pile into your hand. Destroy this. I'm not going to be able to charge all the way back up, so that we'll just do that. We're going to lose these options pretty soon, but that's what it is. All right, so we got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and destroy that spark. And yeah, we can start working on these crystals. Play that. Play that. God, I want one more ether so that I can open this up and just be done with it already. When fighting Crooked Mask solo, include a healing card in your supply. Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Honestly, when playing anything solo, that's usually a good idea. See, now I'm falling prey to that thing that happens to me when I play deck builders, which is like, I always want to just keep buying things, and that's probably a bad idea. Gain a spell from any supply pile, gain 3 corruptions, and place them on top of your deck. Destroy this. All right, so we're not going to skip my ability here because I'm not taking damage immediately. But I am going to grab my good spell, and I'm going to hit this thing. Yeah, so that's going to be all 3 corruptions coming out. So I'm definitely going to use my ability next round, or next turn. Actually, yeah, I don't think I'm long for this world, unfortunately. 10 and 8. Yeah, these don't trigger until the beginning of my next turn. But I think I'm gonna die anyway. To discard, spend 7. Player with the most charges suffers 4 damage and loses all their charges. Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. I should have opened the breach. You're right. This is not gonna go well here. I can't remember now. Am I... Yeah, I should skip the ability here. Oof, yeah. Of course. Oh, and again? Yep, of course. Wonderful. Well, that was quick. All right. Unfortunately, I think that is probably going to do it for me on Aeon's End today. That one kind of broke my spirit a little bit. But hopefully, if you are not familiar with Aeon's End, you enjoyed checking it out and you're willing to take a look. It is on sale through Tuesday at its lowest price ever. It's also available on mobile, on iPad and Android tablets. So if you want to take it on the go, please do check that out. And we are working on the first expansion for this game right now. It's called The Nameless. It adds more... Oh, what is this? I think this was dead. There we go. It offers 2 more nemesis to fight, as well as another mage, Malistaire. And it should be out in a few months. I mean, we don't have a specific date yet, but we're working on it now, and it's an expansion, so it's smaller than the core game. But if you keep an eye on like our Facebook, our Twitter, etc., or our Twitch or whatever, you know, now that we're going to be streaming to Steam more often than we have been in the past. You might even be able to see the dev streams while we're working on that. We usually do some playtesting streams of content as soon as it's sort of playable in-game, but before it's ready to actually sort of go out to the world. So feel free to check that out. And check out all the other great games that are part of the Indie Mega Booth sale. They've got them into these interesting categories. There's like calming distractions. I think we're, what are we? Post-apocalyptic something? Dystopian daydreams. That's what we are. We are a dystopian daydream. Ah, ain't that the truth? All right. Well, thank you again for joining us. Stay on watching and watch some of these other games getting played. There are a lot of really terrific people from the Indie Mega Booth. We're going to miss the booth, but if and when conventions become a thing again, I'm sure they will come back, and I'm sure it'll be wonderful. So thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay social distanced. Stay healthy. And have a good one. Bye.